Hey everybody, it's Lauren from Your To-Be List, and today I'm here with my planner book, and I am looking at my to-do list for the day, which you might see is pretty extensive. And I have had a really hard time this morning figuring out what my priorities were going to be. And, I know that I should always attend to my first priority first. That makes sense. First things first. But it's really hard to do sometimes because when you have a really long list and all these accomplishments seem important, it's like every single one of those to-dos is calling out your name and telling you, pay attention to me, this is really important. And not only that, there are things that are not on the to-do list that are just around that are calling out and asking you to take care of them. If I, look down, I see that, my baseboards need to be cleaned, suddenly that seems like it's really important. And so how do I define my priorities? Well, I think the best way to do it is to come back to your to-be list. So even though, I look at my to-do list today and I've got, 20, 25 things that need to be done and all of them shouting out to be attended to, I can come back to my to-be list first. And my to-be list is actually very short. My to-be list today is be peaceful, be happy, be strong, be courageous. So it's really just four things, that I have to get done today. And so I can take this to-be list and bring it to my to-do list and ask myself, what things on my to-do list, what tasks on my to-do list are going to help me accomplish my to-bes best? So that's a really easy thing to do. And then I can look at my to-bes and ask which order would those go in. So I could, for example, say, well, if I start off by being peaceful, that's going to help me see my priorities pretty clearly. So being peaceful is maybe my first thing to be. And then be happy, because being happy gives me a lot of energy and enthusiasm for the day. So be happy would be next. And then be strong and be courageous after that, because once I'm peaceful and happy, I have a lot of energy to put into being strong and be courageous. So I think, for example, of my priorities today. So be peaceful is going to be my first to do. And the first thing I'm going to do actually is sit down and be quiet, meditate for 10-15 minutes of my time, and come back to that peaceful place. And it's funny about that because usually we think, well, I'll get to the being peaceful once I get all these other unpleasant things done. I'll get to the things that make me happy after I get the unhappy things out of the way. But that's actually the reverse order of how you should do that. It's the reverse of prioritization. That really is what should come first, is be peaceful, be happy, and then you can bring that energy into everything else. Okay, so first on my list, meditate. Then be happy. Well, I have some books I have to mail out today to some friends, and that would make me really happy to know that I'm giving to my friends, and it's very important to me, so I'm going to run that errand. That's a priority for me. And once I have that energy of happiness and knowing that I'm doing something for my friends and connecting with them, then I take that energy of peaceful happiness to the things I need to be strong and courageous about it. Well, one thing that's always important for me to be courageous about is paying my bills. I've got bills I've got to pay today, and I know that I have the strength and the courage to do those things once I'm feeling happy. So that's going to be next on my priority list. I also have people to contact that I've never contacted before, and cold calls are always difficult and take a lot of inner strength. So I'm going to take all of that happiness, peacefulness, courage, and strength and bring it to those calls. So now I'm getting my priorities in line, and I can only do that by looking at my to-be list first, by deciding what it is that I want to be. And then for the rest of those tasks, the tasks that fall under those top priorities, now I have all this really good positive energy that I've created, that I've got flowing through my day, and I'm going to be able to see my priorities much more clearly. So If you want to have your priorities in line, the best thing you can do is start with your to-be list.